And now for our 2017 NYU Stern Baccalaureate Distinguished Speaker. 24 years ago, today's distinguished speaker was sitting where all of you are today, about to get his degree from NYU Stern. With that degree, David COO began a career in investment banking at Salomon Brothers and rose swiftly from the ranks of analyst to associate. During that time, he grew increasingly interested in the potential of the tech industry. So in 1999, with no tech experience, David took a few steps back and a few thousand steps west and went to work for Yahoo. He remained there for nearly 11 years, rising to lead Yahoo's audience, mobile, and local businesses, and overseeing Yahoo Sports and Yahoo News. In 2010, David joined Zynga, the social gaming startup that brought us Farmville and Words with Friends. He started out as Chief Mobile Officer and went on to become the Chief Operating Officer. In the process, he succeeded in reducing the productivity of an entire nation, my productivity included. At its peak, and under David's leadership, Zynga has 100 million active users a day, and David oversaw a staff of 3,000. In 2011, David helped Zynga go public in one of the largest IPOs in Silicon Valley history, second only at the time to Google. Today, David is passionate about healthcare and has taken on his largest challenge yet, helping make America's healthcare system simpler and more consumer-centric. As the president and chief operating officer of Rally Health, David uses technology, data insights, relevant content, and social connections to help people engage with the healthcare system and control their own health and finances. Rally already serves 30 million people, nearly half of the Fortune 500, and over 100,000 employers. And though David has journeyed far from NYU, he has not forgotten NYU. He serves on the NYU Stern Board of Overseers, and this year, he and his wife, Jennifer, launched the NYU Stern Venture Fellows Program. It is a great initiative that provides a stipend, workspace, mentorship, and a pipeline to Silicon Valley tech companies for students who want to become entrepreneurs. We are so grateful that this is going to offer great opportunities for future students. David's ingenuity, his instinct for collaboration, and his committed service to others bring great honor to Stern. We are excited to have him here with us today. Please join me in welcoming David COO.
Dean Menon, thank you for that warm introduction. President Hamilton, Dean Henry, faculty, friends, distinguished guests, thank you for having me here today to join you in celebrating the class of 2017. Let's give them another big round of applause, everyone. But graduates, there are some folks that you need to celebrate as well. Let's hear it for your loved ones, your families, all the people that helped you get to this very special day. Let's give them a big round of applause as well. I also want to acknowledge my family, my parents, my wife, the rest of my family that's also here with me today. Thank you. Now, most graduation speakers tell some sort of joke about not remembering a word of what was said at their own graduation. And then I recalled the speaker at my graduation, and I double-checked with Google, because it's always right, was Bill Berkeley, who is currently the chair of the NYU Board of Trustees. So there will be no joke about my graduation speaker. But in fact, I almost didn't make it to hear Bill speak that day. In fact, I almost didn't make it to this school. In 1989, I received this letter. I've kept it, and I'm going to read it to you now. Dear David, the Committee on Undergraduate Admissions has carefully reviewed your application and supporting credentials. It is with regret that I must inform you that we will not be able to offer you admission to New York University. Now, I have been accepted to other universities, but I really wanted to come here. So I got on a bus from Woodcliff Lake in New Jersey. And I came here, yeah, Jersey. And I came here to the Port Authority Terminal in New York. Now, I'd never been to New York City before on my own. And somehow, I made it to the admissions office. I asked to speak with someone, anyone. I waited, and I waited for hours. And then finally, some guy decided to meet with me. I may not have been very sophisticated at the time, but I was very clear. I had not gotten in, and I really wanted to come here. He was like, "What?" I mean, who does that, right? To this day, I don't remember how I got home. I don't remember how I paid for the bus fare. I don't remember my mother asking me why I had missed school or had come home late for dinner. But what I do remember is that 3 months later, I got another letter. And this one said, "Dear David, we're pleased to inform you that you've been accepted to New York University." Now, Dean Henry and Dean Menon, I don't have that letter. But I promise you I was a real student, and I really did graduate. It is easy to accept no when no is being said about something that you really want or you dream about. And eventually and often no is that final response. But that doesn't mean you need to accept it. What I have found, and this is with the benefit of hindsight, is that resilience does matter. It's cliche to many of you. You will get rejected. You will get knocked down. It happens to all of us. But falling short of my own aspirations and then raising those aspirations is central to everything that I've done. It's central to everything you will do or have done so far. And there's a flip side to that story, of course, which is someone took a chance on me. And the question of what and who you'll take a chance on is an important one. I'll say more about that in just a minute. Of course, it's easy for me to say, be resilient, get back up. Rejection happens all the time. But that doesn't stop it from feeling like career failure. It felt like career failure when I didn't get that investment banking job that I initially wanted. It felt like career failure when I didn't become the CEO of Zynga and eventually moved on. But career failure is not personal failure. So I had to pick myself up and get on with it. There's no drowning my sorrows at the Caliente cab with frozen hurricanes, and you students know what I'm talking about. Years later, I ended up watching a TED Talk by Angela Duckworth. She's a management consultant who decided to become a New York City school teacher. She's very well known now, but at the time, I felt like I had discovered this amazing band that had yet to hit it big. She asked a simple question. What if doing well in school and in life depends more than on your ability to learn quickly and easily? And I was truly riveted by her response. It's not all about talent, it's about grit. It was a revelation. Talent is table stakes. You all are amazingly talented, or you wouldn't have gotten this far. You will likely go on to work in environments with highly motivated, highly talented people. But grit is what's going to take you even further. Grit's going to help you find your way forward. All my life, I've been pushing through. I suppose I've been demonstrating my own version of grit. As I started to achieve a measure of success, climbing the corporate ladder at Salomon Brothers, I was finding my own way. At that time, I was in investment banking. I was taking around these two founders from DoubleClick. I was pretty junior at that time. As I traveled with them, I realized they were passionate about their job in a way that I was not. They wanted financial success, sure, but they had a greater aspiration as well. Observing them made me suddenly realize that climbing the corporate ladder wasn't enough. I'd been pushing through, but pushing through to what? I had found my way, but I hadn't found my why. Today, I have. Making healthcare simpler and more effective through Rally Health. Rally Health matters to me because if you don't get health right, it's hard to get a lot of other things right. When something happens in your health, it quickly becomes your top priority. You drop everything else to get it right. But if people had that same sense of urgency before they got sick, before they build unhealthy habits, which can lead to chronic conditions, I thought, why couldn't they do that now? My dream is that one day, my children, your loved ones, will look at the healthcare system in a way, not as this tortuous monster, but something that they'll engage with and find effective because they find value in it. To me, this is why persistence matters. It's why grit matters. It's worth being energized about. And there's another thing that's worth taking a chance on. And there's one more thing that keeps me energized, and that is truly all of you. When I was coming out of school and you wanted to build something, the key question you had to ask was how. But the new tools you have today let you ask a question of why. Why is this worth building? Why is this worth starting? Rally Health answers my why. What will answer your why? An essential thing happens when you find your why. You see your true priorities, and a lot of the less important things start to fall away. Because when you're internally motivated, you don't need as much external validation. Meaning comes from the mission and not just the money. You don't need to come and look for attention as well, or posting for it, or Instagramming for it. It will bring you a little bit more humility, thinking about others and less about yourselves. When I took that faithful trip to Manhattan, yes, I was showing a little bit of grit and a little bit of resilience. But somewhere in that admissions office, someone took a chance on me. I've been fortunate along the way that others have been willing to do so as well. That's why Jennifer and I started the NYU Stern Venture Fund, as Dean Menon mentioned. It's already one of the most satisfying and rewarding things that we've done. You graduates are incredibly talented, but you know that, and you didn't do it by yourselves. Others have taken a chance on you, and now you can make a difference in their lives. Now is the time to think about when you can make a difference for others. By virtue of graduating from Stern, you will be better positioned than most to make a profound difference, whether it's on a single individual or on a massive scale. That is an incredible opportunity. More than 25 years ago, I got on a bus and came into a city which I didn't know, and I begged for an opportunity. Now I am standing here, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. Today, you are the ones at that bus stop. Some of you know where you're going. Others, you don't have a clue. My wish for you is that you have the grit to find your way and the courage define your why. Because with those two things, there's no limit in terms of what you will accomplish in life. Class of 2017, thank you for having me here today, and congrats.